You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. Yes, I believe I was nobody for many years, that I was worthless, nothing, and only felt good about myself if I was working hard, workaholic. Do the best that you can in the military. Do the best that you can on your jobs. Only calling sick if you can't even sit up. I've been there. I've gotten to that point where I couldn't get off the sofa for a week. Went to the hospital. They called the ambulance. I was only 34 years old. And I had to ride the ambulance because I could not sit up. Well, I know a lot of people that were around me then don't understand. And they don't remember either, like me being in a bad car accident in 10th grade and having stitches across my right eyelid and a concussion. And then that's some of their explanation for why I'm crazy. But any of you who have been abused by a person that is very cruel, heartless, selfish, conceited, all those words, will know and understand what I'm talking about. And that's when I couldn't get up. And I had to stay on this sofa for a week. I think it has something to do with a virus going around for when our soldiers were going over to Kuwait. That was in 1991, I think. Don't take my years exactly, but around 1991, they were going to Kuwait. And I didn't understand what it was myself and why I was so depleted of energy, and what I accused my husband of and my youngest sister-in-law, who was married to his younger brother. And I can't change that, but I can't pretend it didn't happen either. Sorry, anybody who's really upset about me going no contact, estranged from the few siblings I have left, because they're the ones who didn't believe me, made excuses, said they didn't want to be in the middle, don't want to hear it, told me just don't talk about it. So guess what? I have no family. I am an only child. And when my daughter said to me, the youngest, well, if you don't have family, then how did you have us? I said, well, I could marry as an only child and have kids. And she goes, oh, yeah. But yeah, she's really close to her cousins, some of them. Some of them don't give a flying cow patty if they see her or not. And I think she's starting to feel that way about them too, because who is your family? As the Bible even says, who is your mother? Who is your father? Who is your sister and brother? You know, if you're a Christian, you can find new family. And they're Christians, they say they are. And even and I'll say it, the narcissist, whether she has narcissistic personality disorder, I don't know. But the person, okay, the one that's cruel, she's just heartless and conceited. And it was all about her, even in the growing up with her, because I was, 26, I think, when I met her, 25 or 26. And she was like 18 or 19 when she started dating my husband's younger brother. And she love bombed. And then when she got upset with me, she discarded me. But who needs family like that? I don't. I don't want family like that. And you shouldn't have to. The words that your parents might have said to you, you're made of better stuff than that. You be the bigger person. You're the one who's a Christian. Well, they're supposedly Christians too. They say they are. They say they love the Lord too. And I know if I don't forgive, that God won't forgive me. And I've forgiven. But it doesn't mean I have to reconcile and spend every holiday with them, because I don't. I don't have to. Not where I'm not even welcomed. And when I try to be the truth teller and say what's happened that has caused me to believe that people cheat on each other, is because I grew up all around infidelity. And because they were elsewhere, maybe in Washington, D.C., trying to get a job with the federal government, or got married themselves and were having kids, doesn't mean I had a rosy life and had a childhood like theirs, because I did not. So, anyway, I'm trying to be joyful and know that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, which that means you can have a lot of things and abound, or you might have nothing and you're hurting and you don't have enough money to pay your bills, but you'll get by because God can help you. And that's my whole life story. When I left the job because of people that were cruel and heartless, narcissists, whether they had narcissistic personality disorder, which most of those people will not be diagnosed because they think there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They have no mental health issues. And then us who have been abused by them, put through hell by them, mind-funked by them, are the ones going for therapy. And yeah, our childhood had something to do with it. Being vulnerable, looking for validation, looking for nurturing, and you think they're the person that's given that to you. They're your best friend in the world when they love bomb you. It's what you've been looking for all your life. And then when they get upset, you do something they don't like and they discard you. I can't tell you how many times I did something and she tried it too and would say out loud, I'm going to do better than you. I'm better than you. And I was like, oh, that's a red flag, but I just love her so much. She was so kind to me for a year and treated me so good and wanted me to do this, make dresses, little flower girl dresses for her wedding. And we went everywhere together, boating, and she would say things that I wanted to hear, like emulate me. I took the real estate test and flunked it the first time, and so she took it. I don't know if she flunked. I think she did the first time. So I took it the second time, and I passed it, so she took it the second time. And I don't know if she passed it. And then I took the state civil service test, and I got a 85, and they gave me 10 points for being a veteran of the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. So I had a 95. And she took it and said she'd do better than an 85, and she got a 68. So, and then she'd say, when I'd say stuff that broke my heart, or I shouldn't have, or I tried this or that, and I did this or that as a kid or as a young adult, she'd say, well, you shouldn't have done that. She would never console me or make me feel better. And just what my one sister says, just don't talk about it. So guess what? I'm not even going to be around them. I'm an only child. I want to keep singing, dancing, making music, having fun as much as possible, and keeping peace as much as possible. And of course, it's not their fault, anything. They do nothing wrong. And we all had the same childhood, and they have some self-worth problems too. So my problems are nothing. That's what I was told most of my life. So that's where I'm going to be. Not with them, but I found myself somebody to love. I even told my husband, sometimes I wish I wouldn't have fell in love with my sister's husband's brother, because then we have to be around them all the time. But I do love my husband, and he loves me. We have disagreements, and we're not alike. We do things different. We like different foods. We like going on different kinds of vacations. So he'll go with me to Epcot, and I'll go with him like we went on the cruise. But he likes to golf, and I don't. So I just like to watch romance movies, and he hates those. He likes to watch the news, and I don't. So, but we love each other, and he loves me and knows we're not alike. We're not going to be the same. We become one flesh, but we're not exactly alike. And this world is fallen, and it's not perfect. Far from it. And no one is perfect, no matter how much they're striving to live like Christ. Christ was crucified for our sins. He defeated death. Satan was rejoicing that Jesus was in Hades. In Hades. He descended into Hades. The third day he rose again from the dead. He was victorious over it. But I don't know why I became the scapegoat. I guess it was easy for me because I was told to never talk, be seen and not heard. And when I did have a fit of rage after not saying anything for months, then I was told I'm not acting properly. You're not acting like a Christian. Well, I'm not acting any time. I'm being myself. Yeah, I was quiet and didn't speak up. So that was putting on a mask like I was a quiet person when I really wasn't. Or being timid and afraid, like being shy as a kid because I couldn't. I felt myself with Mrs. Darkest, the lady in charge of the Bumberger Cousins and the choir at church. Thank God for her. Thank God for people like her. Mrs. Shartle played the piano at church. Mrs. Darkest, who played the organ and had the choirs. Stuff like that. I do love, but I don't have to like what they're doing. And I don't have to spend time and reconcile. I can forgive and move on. They don't even know how much they hurt me. They would never say they did. They ask God to forgive them, and that's all they need to do. They don't have to discuss anything. Sweep it under the rug. And they pretend to, like nothing ever goes wrong. So, good for them. I just want to sing one more song today. I'll cast all of my cares upon you, Jesus. Lay all of my burdens down at your feet. And anytime I don't know what